So now that we have the update feature working, let's talk about how we're going to delete credentials, okay? We actually haven't even touched this delete button at all, and it's feeling really lonely, so let's code for it. Okay, so let's reuse this method. First, we will have to make some modifications here. So since we're not prompting the user for any direct input, we can remove this and this as well. And instead, we're going to pass in the value of the selected credential. Actually, you don't need this line at all. You can just directly put that here. And let's ignore case again. So essentially, we're just going to search through our vaults to see if there is a match. And then if there is a match, then we're going to keep track of where that match is. And then later, we're going to remove that credential from our vault, and then we'll save the vault. Okay, so now let's connect this to our user interface. And the event that we're looking for here is mouse clicked. So when we click the delete button, this action should happen. So first we need to identify the item that was selected in our list when delete was clicked. So we can say string selected equals okay, so now let's test out our delete feature. So since we have two Gmails here, it doesn't really make sense. So let's just delete one of these. So I hit delete. Oh, and one thing we forgot to do is to refresh the list after a deletion occurs. So let's do that. So we already have this method here, refresh list. All we have to do is call it right after deletion. And also let's set our text fields to blank. So just copy what we have here and put it here. Okay, so let's try this again. So this time, let's delete the test pass. So we click that and then we hit delete. So as you can see, it's gone. And now we only have those two email credentials available. So now all the functionality and features of this application have been added. So we have a fully functional password manager here. But there's one little thing that we can add in the end just to secure this whole entire thing. Because you wouldn't want just anyone having access to this password manager once they log onto your device. So when you first open this application, you'll be requested to enter a password. And if you get the password correct, then you'll have access to this password vault here. So let's add that last feature. So in order to determine how to do that, we can use Google. Let's just do a simple search for Java input dialog. Let's see what we can find here. So I always prefer the answers from Stack Overflow. So let's see what they have here. So as you can see, the top answer here is showing that we can add input this way. So let's just copy this. So let's try putting this in our main method, which is the first method that is going to be run. And right now we need to import this since it doesn't exist. So fix imports. And before we even make any changes, let's just test this out and see what it does. It's just a simple input box that we can enter some information and then hit OK. And after we hit OK, we have access to interact with any of these. So let's modify this prompt. I'll just make this pass. Let's have an if statement here. So if the pass equals a and then lowercase bc 1 2 3. So if it equals this, then we're just going to continue. If not, then we're going to exit the program. So first, let's determine how we can just exit the program. So you can search for Java exit application. And this is our Stack Overflow answer here. So the top answer says we can just call system exit 0, which should close the application. So let's copy this and then we'll paste this here. So basically, if the password does not equal these characters, then we'll exit the application. If it does, then we'll just do nothing. The program will continue as it's supposed to. So let's test this out. So right now the application is not available to me, and I have to first enter something in here before I can interact with the rest of the application. So let's say I enter something wrong here. I hit OK. It just closes. So let's try this again, this time with the correct input. So it's capital A and B, C, 1, 2, 3. So if I hit OK, now this window is available to me, and I can read my password, I can add credentials, I can filter, and so forth. So hopefully you enjoyed building this application with me. We covered so many different features and topics. We covered how to create the credentials, how to read or retrieve the credentials, how to update the credentials, and how to delete credentials. So right now, whenever we are running our program, we are running it within this development environment. But suppose you want to share this with a friend, or if you want to be able to place this on your desktop, or you don't want to open this development environment in order to run that application, you can create a jar file of this application so that you can run it on any system that supports Java. So in order to do that, you just simply need to click this hammer here, the build. And then once you do that, that jar file will be created for you. And if you're wondering where to locate it, you can just simply right click this project and then head to properties, and then you'll find the path that this project is located in. So now if I navigate to that path, I will find this distribution folder right here. And if I click it, as you can see, the jar file is here. So now I can just simply drag and drop it onto my desktop. So whenever I need to open it, I just double click it, and there we go.